This just in regarding the Transanity file, a ludicrous attempt by gender-bender rugby player Tommy Ash Davis to shut down Rebel News from chronicling his bad behavior has ended in defeat. Defeat for Davis, to be clear. Davis is that dude who pretends to be a woman. Please ignore the male pattern baldness. He cosplays as a woman. He gets to play on the Fergus Highlanders women's rugby team, meaning he gets to play rugby against real women, meaning he frequently injures real women in the process. We first scrummed Davis back in July 2023 in Fergus, Ontario. It was downright fascinating. Here, check it out.
Hey, Mr. Davis. Ash, why are you doing this? I'm David Menzies, Rebel News.
Hi. No, you're not really a part of this. We're having a team chat now.
Okay, so I'm just trying to ask some questions,
sure,
ma'am.
But this is not the appropriate time for that.
Why are you allowing a biological male to compete against female players?
I'm not going to have a conversation with you.
Well, I'll talk to Ash then. Ash, do you take joy in injuring female rugby players? Are you lacking the skills to play with male players where you should be? You're a biological male, aren't you?
I got you. Okay. No, we're gonna have right here. Thank you, sir. No,
Mr. Ash, are you a misogynist?
Thank you. Coming with me? Please leave your please.
Hey, watch it. You'll be charged with assault.
Get a child. Would you mind leaving?
Mr. Ash, the governing body for rugby, World Rugby, says men should not compete.
Trans lives matter.
Wow, really?
All
Trans lives matter. All lives matter. All lives matter.
So,
human rights matter.
You don't have a problem.
You can leave now.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Issue.
No, thank you.
This is a human rights issue.
Oh, okay then.
We live in Canada. All rights, human rights for everybody. Trans matter.
What about the...
Trans rights matter.
That you are traumatizing my family.
I'm traumatizing them. Why? What happened?
Because my kids get to see people like you crying because of things.
I'm surprised.
Need you in our
As a mother, why would you expose your kids to a
Because
massage?
that is my partner. That is my wife that you are being.
So he's a lesbian?
Yeah, talk about a descent into madness, eh? Yet, who do you have more contempt for, Tommy Ash Davis or his enablers, who happen to be biological females themselves, females who are obviously hopelessly indoctrinated when it comes to this whole wackadoodled idea that trans women are real women? Indeed, I never thought I'd see the day when women themselves would self-identify as misogynists, but here we are. Well, Davis didn't like the fact that his brutality on the rugby field was being exposed, so incredibly, last May, Ash sicked law enforcement on me and my colleagues. Do you know that in Doug Ford's woke Ontario, asking people questions in a public park constitutes as trespassing? Oh yeah, here, check it out.
Did I get anything inaccurate in my query?
I think that your question is about whether they were born, like that's the gender at birth you're talking about, right?
He's got a penis.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're under arrest for trespassing. Okay?
Why?
You're in the... Okay, hands behind your back, please.
Are you kidding me?
No, hands
Listen,
behind your back.
I'm not on the field.
Yes, you are. Hands
I'm
behind
not.
your back.
I'm not. How?
Hands behind your back, please.
Are you getting this, guys?
Can you please
Hands
stop
behind-
I'm not on the
Place your
field.
hands behind your back.
I'm not on the field.
David.
Do you have to
David,
handcuff me?
hands behind your back now.
Well, folks, this is David. My equipment. I'm going to give it to my cameraman. Okay.
Just let it go, and your cameraman can grab it for you. Okay?
This is Doug Ford's Praetorian Guard. They are arresting me on a trumped up charge. I never trespassed on the field, and they are tolerating this man injuring female players. Hey, can I go now?
No, you're going to get a ticket. Do you have anything in your pockets?
I do.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm just going to jump in so I can actually explain stuff to you. Sure. I don't like you in it.
Outrageous and egregious. By the way, we're fighting that ridiculous so-called trespass charge, even though some 12 months later, no court date has been set yet. But get this, having me falsely arrested was not good enough for Davis, because last September, he again summoned law enforcement, this time around the York Regional Police Service, to serve me with a summons to appear in a Guelph courtroom. Again, check out the video evidence.
Menzies?
That's right.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I have the right person. So there's a summons to appear for an 810 peace bond hearing. It's from Guelph. We're just serving on behalf of them.
810 piece.
Yeah, peace bond hearing. Instructions are on the bottom. You need to attend on the 8th day of October, 2:30 p.m., 36 Wyndham Street South, Guelph, Ontario.
And officer, what's this in regard to?
So I don't know the details because not an incident that we've been involved with. Looks like information laid against you by Ash Davis regarding unwanted contact and broadcasting information.
Isn't it amazing, folks? Ontario is grappling with its worst crime wave ever, but there are oodles of law enforcement resources available for supposed thought crimes against transgenders. By the way, here's what that summons stated. Quote, Ash Davis says she has reasonable grounds to fear and does fear that you will cause personal injury or will damage the property of Ash Davis or will commit an offense under section 162.1 of the Criminal Code on account of a threat made on or about the 22nd day of July 2023 and the 26th day of August 2023 at the town of Fergus. In the words to the effect following, that is to say, unwanted contact and broadcasting information, end quote. Yeah, a bit garbled, we grant you that, but in any event, what, pray tell, is section 162.1? Well, here it is verbatim. Quote, everyone who knowingly publishes, distributes, transmits, sells, makes available, or advertises an intimate image of a person, knowing that the person depicted in the image did not give their consent to that conduct, or being reckless as to whether or not that person gave their consent to that conduct, is guilty, A, of an indictable offense and liable to imprisonment for a term of not more than 5 years, or B, of an offense punishable on summary conviction, end quote. That's crazy. It almost sounds as though Rebel News was illegally distributing revenge porn regarding Tommy Ash Davis. Of course, nothing could be further from the truth. We were merely practicing journalism in a public place in the public interest. And for 2 years now, we felt we had to cover the Davis story because, well, somebody had to. Alas, when it comes to the mainstream media, radical transgenderism is too much of a third-rail issue. Either that or the Mark Carney-funded uber-woke sluggos are 100% on board when it comes to radical transgenderism. For that matter, for some reason, I'm pretty sure Mark Carney is on board with radical transgenderism too. In any event, Ash either wanted me thrown in jail for 5 years, or he wanted me to sign a peace bond prohibiting me from coming within 100 meters of this sensitive she-male. But get this, when we originally showed up in court in Guelph last September, Davis was AWOL. Now that typically means the matter gets tossed. Oh, but not this time. In the wisdom of the court, Ash was deserving of another chance. Why? Well, likely because, as the saying goes these days, if it's good, it's trans, and if it's trans, it's good. So it was, Davis was given yet another chance to make his case. And although it took months of back and forth arguing, our lawyer, Leora Shemish, finally emerged victorious. We recently took delivery of the following correspondence. Quote, this is to advise that the Crown will be withdrawing the peace bond application tomorrow in the above noted matter. Kind regards, Michelle Campbell, she, her, Assistant Crown Attorney, Ministry of the Attorney General, Crime Policy Lead, end quote. Did you catch that last part? Like crime policy as in hate crime policy lead? Apparently asking a transgender fair but tough queries is a hate crime these days? You want to know what a real hate crime is? How about allowing a biological man to compete against real women in a contact sport and injuring real women in the process. Correction, that's not really a hate crime. That's crime classic. That's assault and battery. And allowing Davis on the field to begin with goes against the rules of the sport's international governing body, World Rugby, which prohibits men from playing against women. But apparently in our woke joke dominion, the rules do not apply to transgenders. What a despicable double standard. You know, I wonder why Miss Campbell, she, her, isn't going to bat for all the real she, hers who are being brutalized on the field by this he, him. Or is it a he, him? Or is it a z-zer? Gosh, it's also confusing, isn't it? Furthermore, where in blue hell is the Ministry of the Attorney General when it comes to the actual hate crimes we see being committed on the streets every weekend in Ontario? I speak of the reprobates who make up the pro-Hamas crowd and the New Age Hitler Youth movement, who routinely chant for the genocide of the Jewish people. But when it comes to the likes of Miss Campbell, she, her, I guess it's nothing to see here, folks. Islamists will be Islamists after all. Besides, the Ministry of the Attorney General only has so many funds at its disposal, and obviously mollycoddling transgenders and attempting to shut down the independent free press, well, that is clearly the top priority. Folks, if you had it up to here with transanity in Canada, I sure have. Please go to our petition, transmadness.com. That's transmadness.com. Sign your name to the petition. We'll deliver it to those in charge and say it is time for real women to reclaim their safe spaces.